Hello ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what kind of gameplay you might be watching in the background, but today is a special kind of video. I have been challenged by my good buddy Jugs Gaming, aka Thomas, whatever you want to call him. He's posting on the Smidwinders, and that's where I saw this video, but he challenged me to the Why Do You YouTube challenge. He explains that the Why Do You YouTube challenge is named such a way to be catchy, and I kind of agree with it. It's just kind of hard for me to say it for some reason. But here's why I do YouTube. Basically what this video is an origin story. I have told my origin story many times amongst many videos, but I guess I've never really put it all into one video. So I guess let's start from the beginning. About 6 years ago, maybe 6.5 years ago, I was watching a channel called the Syndicate Project. Watch him play a lot of zombies, and I love zombies myself. I would sit down and play hours and hours of Nazi zombies. And this was around the time of Black Ops 1, back when Syndicate got huge. I've been subscribed to him before he even had 100,000 subscribers, before he even had 20,000 subscribers, so I'm an OG for the Syndicate hype train. And I always watched him. Me and my good buddy Michael would always sit down and watch him together. And I decided one day I want a camera. I've always wanted to make short films. I always had a desire to post on YouTube. I had this little flip phone that had a pause button camera, and I would always make real life Nazi zombies, Lego videos, all this different stuff. I'd always do stuff like that, but I was never able to post it because it was on this little shitey little flip phone that couldn't even post to the internet. It couldn't get any internet access at all. So then my parents decided, you know what, we'll get him a camera for Christmas. So I got a camera, I think the Christmas of 2010, I think. And that's when my YouTube career began. I started a channel named K&K Studios, which is now known as Kodiak Gaming and used to be the Viking Bay Gamer. K&K Studios was my very first channel, and it actually had some meaning to it. Going back to those flip phone videos, me and my little brother, Kane, I'm Kane, and he is Keaton, and we decided to make it Kane and Keaton, but instead, it was going to be K and K. But then we decided to be clever and put it for K and K, so it kind of flows together better, and then I added studios in there. Don't really know where that came from, the studios part, but you know what, it was still cool. We had a blast on it, and that was the channel name for quite a while. Turns out there was a ton of other K&K studios being made that were growing in heavy popularity. There was one charity that came out like 2 years after I created my channel and just blew up. So yeah, I'm just saying, I had the name first, and I wish I never changed it so I could always say I had the name first, but you can see I had the name first because it is in my URL on that channel, which the channel is not private. You're more than welcome to go back and watch it. I've reacted to several videos from there all the time on here. But I digress. Going through that channel, the first video I ever posted was a real-life Nazi zombie saying it was terrible. I was making mouth sounds for gun noises. It was awful, and then one guy wrote the funniest comment I will ever see. I've never seen a funnier comment, and it was just him. He got so mad, just started roasting us. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but basically just going in on me, and then the last one's like, oh, and your brother's a stupid fuck. It was just like, dude, whoa. And so then my mom decided, you know what, that's not cool, you know, because basically I was introduced to the full wrath of the internet with the very first video I ever posted. My determination was still there. I kept posting videos even though I had to put them on private. I kept posting videos just because it was fun to me. And I begged and begged and begged, and then I secretly started putting some of the newer videos on public while in the process of keep trying to beg, trying to, you know, get these videos back on public. Eventually I won, and the videos went public again. And that's when I just started playing zombies. Basically all I did was play MW3 and zombies. And then it gets about a few years later, or not a few years, but about a year later, I get my very first Elgato, my very first game card. And I think by this time I was already the Viking Bay Gamer, and I played a little bit of Saints Row, you know, COD Ghost, all this different stuff. Really wasn't too active when I was the Viking Bay Gamer, just playing games and having fun. And yeah, I got my very first capture card, the Elgato, just the normal Elgato for the 360. And this was around the time that YouTube, it's like a few months later, YouTube would release the 60 FPS. And I was really bummed that I couldn't do anything because the last thing I knew, it was just the Elgato 60p was the only one to be able to do it. But no, it actually turns out now that all I had to do was put it in 720p, and which I did figure that out. But yeah, I went a few years of playing zombies again, doing a couple live streams, GTA live. I think I did like 4 GTA live streams on there. They're like each 3 hours long. And then I did MW3 live stream, all these different stuff. I loved live streaming. Live streaming is probably my favorite thing to do, and I want to keep doing it on YouTube, but just I get no one to watch, so I get bored. And then it comes a sad day. I wanted to adopt the name Kodiak because my dad wouldn't let me change my gamer tag, because by this time he got an Xbox One, I had the 360. The name Kodiak 316 was officially mine. I own it. I still technically don't own it because he won't let me switch over my emails, which I'm going to do it anyway eventually. Just haven't done it yet. And basically, I wanted to change my name to go more along the lines of Viking because that's just the name I withheld. Always, you know, I was the Viking Bay Gamer, I was Viking Gaming. So, I go to change my name to Kodiak because I wanted the names to match because it really just didn't make sense to me. I've always seen all these YouTubers, you know, like Syndicate has the gamertag Pro Syndicate or Syndicate, something similar. And then Jericho has the gamertag Jericho. But then, you know, I decided I need to do the same thing, but because I can't change my gamertag, I'll just change the YouTube name. So I changed it to Kodiak Gaming, and that's what it sits currently at, but then I realized my URL won't change with it, and so I can't do, like, go to youtube.com/user/Kodiak Gaming. It was always KK Studios. That was a big deterrent for me for some reason, but really it shouldn't have mattered. But basically at that point, I decided, you know what, this is bogus. Now, in between this happening, I had made this channel named Sergeant Kodiak, and this was going to be a Let's Play channel. The channel you are currently watching me on and hearing my voice on was originally only going to be a Let's Play channel. I started out by doing the Advanced Warfare Let's Play, but I had that really awkward period where Elgato released their new program, and it was the glitchiest thing in the world. So, you know what? Every video had like a time delay. You know, the mic was on point, but the audio was like a whole minute behind what the video was doing. So it was very annoying, and I gave up on it. And then Sergeant Kodiak died for a while. I got to like episode 4 of the Advanced Warfare Let's Play, and then I never did anything else again. And then I did that name change and really got the turd. All of a sudden I was trying to change it, but Google Plus just enacted this different thing saying I can only change my name a certain amount of time. Now it's different. It's like you can only change your name like 3 times in a month or something. I don't remember, but it's a lot more lenient. But at the time I reached my name cap. I could not change it anymore. I was going to change it back to the Viking Bay Gamer. That's what I wanted it to be. I was comfortable with that. I didn't want Kodiak Gaming anymore. So I go to change it doesn't let me, and I'm like, okay, this sucks. So I quit YouTube for a solid 2 weeks, all hope lost, and then I remembered, I have this channel completely already built. You know, it's Sergeant Kodiak, it's branded, it's ready, it has my name, has my gamer tag, everything is a go. It's just waiting for me to post on it. So that is when I released my very first video. The video that started it all came out on November 30th, 2014. This was the day I decided Sergeant Kodiak just became the main channel. And I think it's almost 600 videos later, here I am today. I've gone through a couple hiccups, you know, through the way, you know, through my life, through the YouTube careers. I've done a few things that I really wish I haven't, and they've come back to bite me in the ass. But you know what? It's all good in the end. And let's go into the other side that you guys never really knew about, because I never really mentioned it for some reason. I mentioned it a lot for a while, but this is the community channel side. Now, in between this whole fiasco going on, you know, it got kind of crazy, but at the same time, I was running community channels. Now, I say channels because we ran 2. The one was the People's Militia, and that one was, you know, it was one of my favorite community channels because I was posting zombies on it. It was me, my friend William, and Thomas. We were all, posting on it. And basically, it turned out that the People's Militia is a terrorist group. I looked it up one day trying to find our channel thing, and the first thing I see is about 30,000 videos of thumbnails of just dudes sitting there with RPGs and AK-47s, you know, shooting at people. It was a terrorist group. So I went to Thompson and said, we got to change it. We got to change it now. He didn't really understand, or I don't think he really wanted to, because he was pretty dedicated to the People's Militia. He kind of came up with it on his own, I think. I don't remember who really came up with the name, but his name is Mini Militia, so he kind of had that, you know, heart-to-heart kind of feeling with it, that the same thing I was striving for, to have gamertag match with the channel, he got with this People's Militia. You know, he was the Mini Militia. But then I'm like, no, I'm pulling the executive decision, and we're creating a different channel, you know, because basically I was scarred by that time by the URL change, so I didn't want our URL to forever be the People's Militia, so I decided we needed to make a brand new channel. We made a new channel, and I think it was called The Gaming Gamers. I really don't remember, but anyway, that channel is actually what the Smidwinders is today. The Gaming Gamers was the original name for the Smidwinders, but I ended up getting over my irrational fear of changing the name in fear of URL staying the same. And now the Gaming Gamers is currently the Smidwinders, and that channel is currently active. We are always looking for new members on there, by the way, putting this in like a little plug. All you need to do is talk to me or put a comment on there. I mean, no matter what, you can go to me or Thomas, but he'll refer you to me no matter what. Preferably if you hit me up on Twitter. I believe my DMs are open, so you can always DM me. It's like, hey, I got a video for it for you guys to look at, and then send me the link unlisted, and I'll download the video from there, and I'll post it. So yeah, that is my Why Do You YouTube. Honestly, the name kind of doesn't fit now that I think about it, because I didn't really explain why I did it. I just kind of explained an origin story, and that's what he did. Well, I guess he did explain a little bit. Why do I do YouTube? I like to entertain. Just the thought of me being the complete center of attention no matter what, whenever I want to be, entertains me in many ways. Because I am a guy that likes to make people laugh. I like to see people laugh, and if it's because of me, I get this warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. And if I get to entertain you guys, and you guys sit there in the comments like, dude, this was the funniest thing I've seen in a while, keep doing more of this, you know, it puts some motivation in me. But anyway, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next one. I am starting to stream more on Twitch. I tried streaming H1Z1, but I just do not have the computer to run H1Z1 while streaming at the same time, which sucks. I'm going to try to fix it, but basically, I'm trying to stream a lot more, so go ahead and follow me on Twitch just in case I go live, but I'm really trying to figure out how to stream H1Z1 because that game is so much fun to me. Alright, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Whatever gameplay was in the background, I hope you enjoyed that too, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.